something. See, all we did was took the $500 from the business. See, we didn't have to make $50,000, $100,000, $200,000. Nobody didn't have to lie. They just tell the truth. Okay? So they took the little $500 they had in the business, took the money from the W-4 and started to using it wisely. Because, see, when I was young, I said, well, Lord, I grew up, I was raised by the mother of Little Holiness Church. And I said, now, God had to create a way for a person to get rich other than lying. But now, if you go to some business meetings, all they doing is lying. By the minute. So you've got to have a method that you can do this doing the right thing. Amen. Amen. And why should you have to repeat somebody else's check to validate your business? That doesn't make sense, does it? None. That doesn't make any sense to do that at all. You see? Because somebody's going to say, no, you got to make big money to get rich. Okay, well, let's see. Let's do the math. If the math say that, then we got to change our story, right? So whether you made $100 or $500 a month, and neither one of them are really getting it. Okay. Okay. You ain't really just burning it up. But that proved what to you? It's the strategy. That proved it, didn't it? Now let me tell you the secret, though. You'll make more money in the business selling the strategy than you would selling products anyway. You won't end up making $100 or $500. You make thousands of dollars selling the strategy. But see, we have to do this over and over and over and over and over and over until you get so convinced that you got conviction. Brian got that faster than anybody I've ever seen. I'm sitting there, I'm talking to Brian one day. He didn't say this. I'm sitting there talking to Brian. I'm like, he just flipped. I'm like, man, he's a chameleon or something. He just flew. He just flipped right over. I met him, he walked in. I'm like, man. I'm like, Brian's a robot. He just flipped all around. I'm serious. He did that in less than 2 hours. And I wasn't telling him anything any different than what we're talking about right now. But he got it. He's like, yeah. But when you've made a lot of money in your life and you still haven't reached all the goals that you want to reach, you got more background. Okay? See, when you get that idea that this is a strategy and you start talking to your friends and your family and more importantly yourself, you can recruit them. And see, when they start trying to say, no, say I got this thing and you can make, we got the cheapest product. You're like, so what? You got a strategy? Jeanette didn't outsell everybody, but you got a whole bunch of money.
That's right.
Because it has nothing to do with it. People that get up in the front of the rooms that beat you to death with, being the top salesperson, the top this and that. Let me tell you something. I saw this with my own eyes when I was in A.L. Williams. I was in A.L. Williams, and when I was in A.L. Williams, it was at that particular time, A.L. Williams broke every sales record that a company could break during that period of time when Art Williams was running that company. And I saw people that was making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month in that company, and that was back in the early 80s when that was a lot of money. And some of those people had clients that wasn't even in the business that was saving $500 a month, and they had more money. Because, when Hubert bought a jet, then the next one had to buy one, the next one, it always starts. One got to buy the car, then the next one buy it, and then the cars get going, then they got to start buying planes, and then the next one got to buy the plane, and then this one buy a house, and that one a bigger house, and bigger house, and bigger house. So after a while, all their money is gone, and the clients got all the money because they invest in $500 or $1,000 a month. And I started seeing that in my 20s, and I said, man, They doing better than some of the reps. Now you can say, well, you know, I understand what you're saying. You don't like sales. You know, I understand what you're saying. You know, you don't think you can sell and all that. Say, but let me explain something to you. Just the money from the taxes and debt elimination is going to get you wealthy. You're going to be able to turn that into thousands of dollars. And the government's going to pay the bill. Now, why are we going to do that? Because when you implement this in your life, you're going to get conviction. And when you get conviction, you can win. But see, presenting without conviction, you're just talking. Wow. You're just talking.